What's good? It's your girl Cameron Michelle. I'm back with another video. So today, guys, we are going to be talking about at-home waxing. Since we are in quarantine, I have seen a lot of people do it right, and I've seen a lot more people do things wrong. So, because I am a licensed esthetician, I am here to be your bestie and your at-home adventures pertaining to waxing or anything that is in the aesthetics field. So today's video is going to be talking about hard wax specifically. If you want to do, if you want me to do a video about soft wax, I can do one about those too, but I have hard wax on hand, so I decided to do a video dealing with hard wax. So the first thing that you need is a good wax pot. I have the Satin Smooth brand. This is a single pot. My cup is filled with a lot of wax that is melting right now, but I have a single cup pot. There are up to triple cups you can get, but since it's only me, I just use a single pot. So when choosing a wax pot, make sure that you read the bad reviews first, okay? I use Satin Smooth because we use this in school. We use this pot at my job, so I just stuck with what I know. There are a lot of wax pots out there, and a lot of them are cheaply made, and a lot of them will burn your wax if you put it to a certain temperature. Some just aren't compatible with your wax at all. So make sure, I recommend Satin Smooth because that's what I'm used to and that's what works. But if you decide to get another one, please do your research. The next thing, since we are talking about waxing, get yourself some good wax. I have Cerapil. I always mess up this name and I literally work with this every day. But this is Cerapil. This is their blue hard wax bead. This is the common wax that is used at my job and that we used in school. This is a pretty big bag. I have only used about half of it now because hard wax stays for a long time. Like, I literally just had to fill this up because I knew I was doing this video. But you can keep hard wax beads for, again, like I said, do your research for the pots, do your research for your wax. I stuck with everything that I was comfortable with and that we used in school. If you are just starting out waxing and you just want to get your eyebrows done, you want to do your eyebrows yourself because you can't stand it anymore, don't just buy any old wax pot that's Amazon's Best or Amazon's bestseller or anything like that, because those type of things get people in trouble, and sometimes people have bad experiences with different waxes because they're mixed with different things and wrong things. So please do your research on your wax and your wax pot. The next thing you need is your utensils. These are my wax sticks or tongue depressors, whatever you want to call them. I call them wax sticks because that's what we call them at work and when I was at school. Make sure they come in a box of 500. I bought one box. I filled up one of these little drawers I have over here, and I've been good for a minute. I love wax. I mean, there's nothing really to wax sticks. Get yourself some good ones. They don't have to say wax stick. The box that I use literally says tongue depressors, and they're just your regular old wax stick. Make sure you have a barrier as well. A barrier is something that protects your skin from the wax. Wax is hot. Everyone knows this, but people aren't thinking about it. Wax is hot. So if you heat up your wax, which you're supposed to only heat it up to ready, in the middle is the neutral temperature that's not going to burn. The only time that you need to use hot is if, for instance, like I just filled up my pot and that clump in the middle is still that wax that hasn't fully melted yet. So I turned it on to high or to hot, and for a little bit until I saw that everything was starting to melt, and turned it right back to ready. The only time that you should have your pot on standby is if you're taking clients and say, like, you've been using it all day, it's starting to get a little bit warm, keep it on standby just so it's not super, super hot and at the normal temperature, but when you turn it to ready, it'll be fine. Because of the heat coming from your wax and your wax pot, you're going to need a barrier. The barrier protects your skin from the wax, especially for hard wax. Hard wax holds heat way more than soft wax does. Soft wax, if you don't know the difference, soft wax is where they apply, put a strip down, and then pull. Hard wax, you literally put the wax on, the wax is your strip, and you pull the wax off. Hard wax holds a lot more heat than soft wax. I don't know why. They probably told us in school and I wasn't paying attention. Sorry guys. But just for general information, hard wax holds a lot more heat than soft wax. So be careful. I recommend, this is 100% coconut oil. I'm down to the bottom because I use this literally for everything. But regular old coconot oil, you need some type of oil barrier, which works. The next thing you need, sanitizer. No, this isn't just because the virus is going around right now. You need something to sanitize your hands before you do anything pertaining to waxing. I've seen a lot of people just throw on gloves, stick their sticks in some wax and start applying without a barrier and without sanitation. Sanitation is key to waxing, because if you are unsanitary, all of your bacteria and everything that's been traveling from wherever you got your products and your utensils are going to be put into your wax, and you're putting that hot bacteria now onto your skin, which now travels to all over your body, and you're touching and hugging people and giving them that bacteria, which could cause sickness and other things that is really, really horrible. So get yourself a good old Purell. This is huge. My mom got this for me when I had to take my state board test, because the key to state board, if you didn't know, side note, is sanitation. So if you forget something while you're taking your state board test, just pump some hand sanitizer on your hands until you start remembering. That's literally what I had to do, which, I mean, state board wasn't hard, but if you forget, start pumping hand sanitizer in your hands just so they know you're being sanitary, but you're still thinking at the same time. It's just my little fair warning about the certain things. Alright, so you guys have gone through my warnings. I have sanitized my hands already. Now we are going to use a barrier. So, for your barrier, since you're at home and you don't have regular utensils, I'm assuming that you don't have regular utensils that like we would have obviously like in a waxing spa. Get yourself a paper towel, fold it up, put your barrier on that paper towel. Never put the barrier directly on your skin or on that client's skin, or on your cousin's skin. Whoever is getting their hair taken out of their body, don't put the barrier directly on the skin. Use a cloth, use a paper towel. You're going to just rub it on. You can kind of see, you just rub it on. You don't need a whole lot. If you put a whole lot on, the wax will start sliding around. So make sure you just rub it on until you see the sheen. This is just coating the skin, making sure it's hydrated, and getting it ready to go. Alright, so now you have sanitized your hands, you have hydrated and gave yourself a protective barrier on your skin. Now you think it's time to wax. No. Testing your wax. Alright, so you're going to grab yourself some wax. I grabbed myself a little bit. You're going to test it on the opposite side, on your non-dominant hand or arm. You're going to test it on your wrist. Give yourself a good enough space. For me to be able to put all that on my hand, the wax is ready. But if it touches you and it's super, super hot, you know to turn your wax down. If it is hard to take out of your pot, you know your wax isn't heated up enough. To test to see if your wax is ready, I'll turn this way. To test to see if your wax is ready, all I do is touch it. it'll start to harden on its own. You'll feel it, and then you just take it off. You test it on your wrist because that's the thinnest part of your arm, and it'll give you, it's like testing a baby's bottle. When they shake it onto their wrist, you're doing the same thing. Alright, you tested it. You've seen that, you felt and seen that your wax is ready. You've given yourself a barrier. You have all your utensils laid out. Everything is great. Now it's time to have yourself some wax. When you pick up wax, after you scoop, you're going to twirl. Your wax should only be, the majority of the wax should only be on one side of your arm. You're gonna look at the direction of the hair growth. My hair arm, like the hair on my arm grows this way. So you're gonna go in, you're gonna go down, make yourself a lip. That's what we call it. The lip just makes it easier to pull the wax up. Alright, so now we have applied the wax in the direction of the hair growth, right? Pulled it down. You made your lip, which you just push, curve, pull back. I'll show you another patch up here. That lip gives you enough room to pull your wax. You apply in the direction of the hair growth, you pull in the opposite direction. Make sure everyone's hair growth is different, okay? Everyone's hair growth is different. So some people's hair could be growing this way. Apply the wax this way. It's not the same on everybody. So don't think just because you applied in the direction that you know on yourself that works, this may not work for somebody else. So you're going to pull from here. Pull it. There you go. I'm used to the feel of wax, so it doesn't really sting that much for me. But this is just the area that I waxed. I have a little bit of wax still on. Just took that off. But yeah. I mean, that's really all that goes into waxing. And now this is the strip that you have. So I'm gonna show you again. I'm gonna get some more sanitizer. You don't have to keep doing sanitizer. I just don't have gloves on. So yeah, I'm gonna get some wax. You're going to have it. You're going to push in the direction of the hair growth. You're gonna take it and pull it back. If you have excess wax, use all the wax that you have, because you don't want to waste wax. Wax is expensive. If it gets down to like this much on your stick, you see that's not really a lot, but it's still on there, you can throw it away. But if you still have stuff like running down your stick, keep going over that lid. Keep going over it. You're gonna make a thicker strip for yourself, which is great, and it's just gonna help grab the hair better. So why not? So like I did with the other one, you're probably gonna see this part, little side note tip, you're probably gonna see this part not come off. Why? Because it's too thin, and that can happen. If you make it way too thin, it will start to crack. The thinnest parts dry the fastest, so it will start to crack, but I can show you how to take that off. It's literally not hard at all. So nothing's sticking to me, nothing is making a string, nothing is doing anything. So you're gonna lift, ooh, and come back, and you see how that cracked? It left a little bit. You probably can't even see, it's so light. It left a little bit of wax there, so you can still take that strip and pull it off, because it is the same like beam. So it literally just stuck right onto the strip. And now all my arm hair and then the strip. 2 applications. So now, say that my whole arm is waxed, right? You are going to take another paper towel or whatever you have to use, rub some more of that oil on, and then you're done. You rub some more of that oil on just to protect your pores. After you're done with that, you can continue to do all those things. You can continue to keep waxing. Do not double dip. This is like the #1 rule in waxing. Do not double dip your sticks. After, I'm going to pick some up right now. After you take some wax, I'm just going to put it down here. I'm going to put it on my arm, just for the sake of this video. After you apply wax, I just applied some wax on my arm. This is dirty. This has dust. This has just touched my skin. This has just touched a client. This has just touched whomever you are waxing. This just touched them. Think as if your client has bacteria, okay? Because everybody has bacteria, but think as if your client has bacteria and it could kill you. Think something drastic so you know to throw this away. I don't care if they're your family and they stayed the night at your house and you know where they've been. I don't care. Throw this away. Why? Because if you are starting to wax in real life and you actually start to get real clients, this is gross. This is disgusting. They don't want you. Don't go to the other end and dip because you want to save yourself some sticks. No. Once you dip once and apply, this is in the trash. This goes in the trash. That is the #1 rule of waxing. I literally have all these wax sticks on my paper towel right here because once you dip and apply, in the trash. If these fall on the floor, which is horrible, which I hate when this happens, but sad to say this happens a lot. If you drop, say I literally dropped all these on the floor. These are all disgusting now. These cannot touch the wax pot. This cannot touch the wax. This cannot touch the surface that you are keeping clean to put all this stuff on. Throw these all away. It sucks. Yes, it sucks because you spend all your money on it and oh my gosh, no, this is like a whole Brazilian, or this is like an underarm wax, or this is like, you know, like when you start thinking about it in that way, yes, it sucks, but things happen. So when you get better at waxing, you'll realize, oh my god, I just dropped a whole underarm, which low-key, this is more so the underarm. The amount of sticks. This is probably a better example for underarm. But say you drop these, oh my gosh, I just dropped the whole service. Like, it'll make you more aware of your utensils and how you're waxing. Alrighty guys, that's all I have for you today. If you have any more questions about waxing, please leave those in the comments below or DM me and I can give you some tips on what to do. If you want me to wax any other parts of the body or just want to know how to wax those, leave those comments below or DM me as well. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That helps me a whole lot. And watch yesterday's video. That was my 4-minute makeup look.